let's go ahead and resume with what we were talking about here too, with some of the surprises that we have seen tonight. Lots of interest, lots of turnout, and indeed some of these races did surprise us. Let's go to the first one if we can. This is Jason Villalba, Lisa Luby Ryan. This is State Representative District 114. It's North Dallas, it's Lake Highlands. This was always a close race, but the incumbent Jason Villalba finished second tonight to Lisa Luby Ryan, who is a grassroots activist. She's an interior designer as well here in Dallas. She will be at least going to the November election, general election, running against a Democrat. But she did defeat the incumbent tonight, Jason Villalba, 53%. This is with early voting and closing in on about half of the vote tonight as well, too. That's after 3 terms for Villalba. After 10 terms, though, this is one we didn't expect here at Channel 8. We weren't, really paying that much attention to. 10 terms, though, Roberto Alonzo got crushed tonight. He has been a state rep representing Oak Cliff in southern Dallas County for years. He was first elected back in the 1990s. This is his second stint in the State House of Representatives. Jessica Gonzalez, though, beat him tonight. He will not be returning to the State House as well. And now to a state Senate race. Pat Fallon, he's a state rep from Collin County. He defeated Craig Estes, a state senator who was first elected back in 2001. Fallon will be at least advancing on to the November general election, defeating Craig Estes, an incumbent tonight, 17 years in the state Senate. Now to a race that's, been really close the entire night, and these numbers have gone back and forth. Bob Hall, it looks like, according to these numbers, ahead 53% to 47% against state rep Cindy Burkett. Bob Hall is a first-term senator who is trying to hang on to his seat. A very tough, bitter primary fight here from State Rep Cindy Burkett, who has been challenging him over in East Dallas and in parts of East Texas as well. U.S. Representative District number 32. This is one of the hottest races that no one's really been able to call tonight. 4 or 5 strong contenders in a large pool of Democratic candidates. The winner here hoping to defeat Pete Sessions, a congressman who represents North Dallas. But look at these numbers here. Colin Allred, he got 40% of the vote tonight. The second place, this is going to a runoff in that race, if we can go back to those numbers there. Colin Allred is leading, but he is going into a runoff, not able to get 50% plus 1. It looked like that he's likely facing a runoff against Brett Shipp. Shipp is ahead just slightly right now, ahead of Lillian Salerno. The one person who's not on this full screen result right here is Ed Meyer, who was one of the earliest people to announce for this race, and Ed Meyer is also the person who's raised the most money in this race as well too. And if we move on down to the district attorney's office, the Dallas County DA's office, this is the race for the Democrats who are trying to take back this seat that Republicans won a few years ago. John Creuzot against Elizabeth Frizzell, both former Dallas County judges. John Creuzot apparently ahead with the early vote, and some of the early numbers there show Judge Creuzot is ahead with 53% of the vote in that race as well too. A couple of quick notes. Eddie Bernice Johnson handily won tonight re-election. Beverly Powell, she defeated Allison Campolo in State Senate District number 10 in Fort Worth. So it appears that Beverly Powell will be facing Connie Burton over in Fort Worth in that seat. And Carol Donovan, the last numbers we saw here as well. Carol Donovan hanging on to her chairmanship of the Dallas County Republican Party. And then we go on to the general election in November. Clearly a big night, and not the night some people would have liked to have seen, but for the winners, clearly a big night for them. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Jason. The other big story tonight.